Yeah.
Well, on the 2019 campaign trail, almost everybody running for president as a Democrat is upset about something called assault weapons. Watch.
Millions of these assault weapons, weapons of war, they are potential instruments of terror.
We need a renewed assault weapons ban.
Ban the sale and distribution of assault weapons.
I'm also the only guy that got assault weapons banned, and the number of clips in a gun banned.
Universal background checks and a renewal of the assault weapons ban.
So millions of Americans own these rifles, the so-called assault weapons. Now, almost none of those Americans are criminals. They don't have criminal records, not doing anything wrong. They're peaceful people, mostly rural people. Doesn't matter. Democrats running for president say these weapons must be banned immediately. And this time, it won't simply just be a ban on the sale of them, like we saw in 1994 under the Clinton administration. Lawmakers now say they're going to seize these weapons from law-abiding citizens, take them away by force. Joe Biden is supposedly the moderate Democratic candidate in the race, and he proposed that without apology last month. Watch.
So to gun owners out there who say, well, a Biden administration means they're going to come for my guns.
Bingo. You're right if you have an assault weapon. The fact of the matter is they should be illegal, period. Look, the Second Amendment doesn't say you can't restrict the kinds of weapons people can own. You can't buy a bazooka.
All right, the constitutional lecture from Joe Biden. But it does leave unanswered the essential question in the conversation, which is, what's an assault weapon? You're going to ban them, but what is it? Well, the New York Times, an assault weapon is described as, quote, a military-style weapon. But that means nothing. And by the way, that phrase is so political, no news organization, no legitimate news organization should be using it, military-style weapon. These are not guns the U.S. military uses, or any other military in the world. So what exactly does it mean, assault weapon? Well, Democrats in the Congress think they've supplied an answer. 211 House Democrats, that's almost all of them, are backing a bill that they say would ban assault weapons in America. The next time they hold complete power in Washington, and that could be soon, it will likely become law. So what does the law do? Well, its definition of an assault weapon is almost 1,700 words long. We read it today. It includes dozens of specifically named firearms, including the AR-15 rifle that millions of Americans own, and some use for deer hunting. Yes, it is used for hunting, Joe Biden. You know nothing. Like the original assault weapons ban from 1994, the new one includes definitions designed to ban minor features that make, in effect, a gun look scarier. Any semi-automatic rifle, for example, regardless of how powerful it is, will be banned as long as it has a detachable magazine and one other feature that House Democrats appear to be frightened by, whether it's a forward grip or a barrel shroud or a threaded barrel for attaching a suppressor. None of those things make a gun more powerful or more deadly. They're cosmetic features. They don't make it more military style, but they do make them illegal under this proposed law. Handguns under the bill are targeted the same way. The bill would ban any semi-automatic handgun pistol that weighs more than 50 ounces. The gun doesn't have to do anything else. A pistol being heavier than Democrats think it should be makes it a military-style assault weapon. Are you catching on here? This is all made up. This is a gun bill written by people who know nothing about guns. It's moronic. The bill doesn't just target rifles or handguns, though. Even shotguns are listed. The bill would ban any semi-automatic shotgun with, quote, a revolving cylinder. By the way, there aren't many shotguns with a revolving cylinder, but it would mean that the antique Colt 1855 shotgun is now banned because it's a military-style assault weapon. But the real villain for Democrats isn't guns, despite all the rhetoric. It's actually bullets. Their bill will ban any American from protecting him or herself with a firearm that holds more than 10 rounds. Wait, did we just say any American? No, of course not. It's not any American. This law would only apply to you. It would not apply to the people writing it. Our exalted leaders in Washington will be as safe as they always have been. They don't need to carry guns. They have bodyguards. Bodyguards you pay for. And bodyguards will be armed just like they always have been, with guns that these people are going to ban. Guns they say you don't need, but somehow they need. How does that work? We asked Bill de Blasio that question just last week when he came on the show. He explained that as a powerful person, he deserves protection that you're not allowed to have.
But the military-grade assault weapons, those just don't belong in the hands of everyday people.
Would you subject your bodyguards to the same limitations as other American citizens? You've got bodyguards living in your house. I know some of the bodyguards living at your house, okay? And they've got magazines that I can't protect my family with.
Right.
Does that bother you as a champion of the little guy?
Tucker, someone who serves in public service for a limited period of time, and in the society we're living in, I hate to say it, but public servants are vulnerable to violence in a different way. And our law enforcement
a lot of us are vulnerable to violence. So the guy delivering baked goods to the bodega in East New York at 3 in the morning, he doesn't get to protect himself because his job isn't important enough. But Bill de Blasio, who works like 8 hours a month, he needs bodyguards with guns that you're not allowed to have because his life and the lives of his family members are way more important than your life. Oh, I get it. So protection for me, but not for thee. That really is our governing elites in a nutshell. Okay. Bottom line, lawmakers ought to have to live by the same standards they impose on everybody else. If they think that your family shouldn't be protected by a certain firearm, then their family shouldn't be protected by the same firearm. It's really, really, really simple. Matt Gaetz.